2025, the last night. That's the best of night, best of show category. So
I'm currently in Vietnam and I just went to the Saigon Tattoo Expo, and it's the first time I've been to a tattoo expo in Asia. So I was so excited to see what the difference would be. I've been to so many tattoo expos in the United States, in Europe, including Spain, Italy, Germany, but how would Asia be different? This was a 3-day tattoo expo, and so I got a 3-day pass. I wanted to see the differences over the different days, and especially focus in on the end of the day tattoo competitions. And so walking around the floor, there were tattoo shops from all over Asia, and including Australia, New Zealand, and even the United States, Brooklyn. There were shops from the Philippines, there were shops from all over, Japan, Korea, Thailand. I knew it would be different somehow, but I wasn't sure how. Like perhaps the styles would be different, perhaps the techniques would be different. I expected to see some traditional hand poke tattooing, and there was some of that. And so walking around the floor, it was a pretty small, tight-knit convention, and I could tell that people really knew each other and that this brought a really tight-knit tattoo community that was Pan-Asia together. Of course, I'm someone who's researched women in the tattoo industry, women tattoo artists, women collectors. So of course, what I noticed is that it was extremely male-dominated. Almost all of the tattoo artists were men. There were some women tattoo artists, but just the majority, the super dominant majority, were men tattoo artists. And the people receiving tattoos were also mostly men. There was a few women. And so it was great to just walk around and see what kind of artwork was being done across the convention. And a lot of the tattoo artwork in particular wasn't that different from what you'd see anywhere in the world. A lot of similar kinds of designs. And so it really shows you that the tattoo culture is a very global culture, and there's a lot of similarities in designs and such. But there was more use of rotary machines perhaps, and so it didn't have that tattoo sound that a lot of conventions have. And the entertainment included some traditional Vietnamese soap operas and some Vietnamese music. So that was the entertainment. But the biggest difference and the craziest thing I saw was numerous booths that were participating in artist collaborations. That means multiple artists working on the same clients. Now, previously in a convention, say in the United States, maybe there'd be one booth that was doing that, where you have two artists that are working on one client, and that's super intense. Like, as the tattoo receiver, you know, when the needle is not in your skin, that's a time for you to take a breath and just relax a minute. And so if you have two artists working on you at the same time, you don't have that moment to relax. But I was just completely shocked and blown away by how many tattoo booths were participating in collaborations. And this included 2 artists working on a customer. This included 3 artists working on a customer. This included 4 tattoo artists working on someone at the same time. And so they were able to work on really big pieces, like they were working on full leg pieces, they were working on full back pieces, and they were going to complete this entire piece throughout the convention, or even in maybe one day. So that intensity is something that I've never seen before, and it was super brutal to even watch. We saw one guy on the table who was just shaking violently after this session, and we saw him in the competition at the end of the day. So a lot of these people endured incredibly brutal, massive tattoo works, and then they entered the convention, the collaboration category at the end of the day. So there was a lot of really impressive artwork to be shown at the end of the day competitions. And the collaboration category is actually a category I've never seen before in the United States. It's just not something that I've seen done regularly enough to have a category of its own. And so perhaps that's something different that is happening in the Asian tattoo community. I'm not sure. I just, attended this one convention, but that was really the thing that blew my mind from this convention, was the collaborations, how many of them there were, and just the brutality of receiving a huge, like a back piece in a day. I have a back piece. It took me like over 10 years to get. And so to see someone do that in one day, and just to think about all that ink entering your system, your body, your lymph nodes all at once, is probably, too much for a person to endure. But overall, like, the convention was amazing. The artists were amazing. It was beautiful to see so many Asian tattoo artists from around Asia working, doing great work. Definitely impressed.
Let's go! 3, 2, 1, Saigon Tattoo Expo! Halo. See you again for the next year. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. 然后我们这里有一个要求，让一同的拍手，然后。